जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद।
ये फिर एक बार
हमको भारतीय जनता पार्टी को विजयश्री बनाना है।
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of One Take. And now we are truly in election season, and I would say the countdown to Lok Sabha Elections has begun. And that is because the BJP took the first lead and announced the names for 195 seats across the country. Which brings me to a question this week. Has it given a head start to the BJP? Does it really help if you announce the list of candidates first? And what about the opposition parties? Now, in stark contrast are the India front parties where they have not even finalized the seat sharing. For example, Jairam Ramesh says that as far as the Trinamool Congress is concerned, we are still living in hope.
मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि ममता जी भी चाहती है बीजेपी को हराने को, हम भी चाहते हैं कि बीजेपी को हराए। हम लोग एक होकर लड़ेंगे, इंडिया गठबंधन को हम सफल बनाएंगे।
While it's been kind of sorted between the Congress and AAP and the Congress and the Samajwadi Party, the decisions regarding the other smaller parties which are a part of the India front, particularly I would say the TMC, which matters a lot, has yet to be finalized. We still don't have clarity whether it's completely over as Mamata Banerjee says. But then to go back to a question is that whether it gives a head start. Now I remember that when Rahul Gandhi was taking charge of the Congress party, he was both the vice president at one point of time and then the Congress president. It was his theory that you need to announce the candidates very much early on, because then the candidate can begin the preparations well in time. Hit the ground, talk to the voters, get a sense, and then that gives you enough time to strategize and re-strategize. See, every day may be a different one. Every day there can be different ground developments. If you have time in hand, it is very easy to adjust yourself. That is one head start which the BJP certainly will have. We know as far as the BJP who are the candidates from over here. But if you look at the first list of the BJP, barring Delhi and a couple of other areas, there doesn't seem to be any glaring or any astonishing changes which has been made yet. Maybe in the second list we can find out, and if there's a third list where the BJP is actually going to be experimenting a lot. But more or less what the BJP was talking about, that two-time over, winnability factor, those were the considerations which have been kept in mind. In West Bengal, for example, it's quite sorted what the battle lines are going to be. So the next list is also going to be equally important. This is the head start which the BJP has. Also, politics is the art of perception, of building a narrative. The BJP is building up this narrative that we are so confident of winning in 2024, it's already a done deal. Which is why when the word comes out after a Council of Ministers meeting held by the Prime Minister and possibly the last one before the Model Code of Conduct sets in that meeting the word came out that the Prime Minister received a 100-day program from his ministers. He's already made plans for the next 10 years. You go to the voters with the thought, we know what we want to do. It's not about manifestos, it's no longer about vision documents, because they know the people may not read much. But the Prime Minister, wherever he's going to be campaigning, wherever he's going to be travelling, as the other ministers and leaders will, all of them will keep making the point, look, this is what we have to offer you, not just in 2024 plus 5 years, but even beyond that. So you know what you're getting from us. But what is it that you're getting from the opposition parties? Which is why I would think that it's a little disadvantage, and quite a large, but rather, let's change that word, for the opposition parties to not announcing who the candidates are. What normally happens is that a party A is looking at who the B has announced and then they decide the candidates. Doesn't always work. You need to be sorted by now. For example, the suspense is still going on whether Rahul Gandhi is going to be contesting from Amethi, whether he's going to shift out of Wayanad and to another seat, whether Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also will be contesting. Are the big leaders of the Congress, the high-profile ones like a Sachin Pilot, going to take the Lok Sabha plunge or not? Now, there has to be a certain semblance of clarity of communication. That certainly is not coming as far as the Congress party is concerned. These are those big ticket places. So therefore, the edge certainly goes to the BJP, but the opposition parties are not completely willing to give that space to the party, because they are saying, look at the example of Pawan Singh. They announced his name, but because of the controversy which broke out, they had to withdraw his name. Many of the BJP leaders who have been MPs once, like Gautam Gambhir, one term only, he also has retired from active politics. saying that he wants to concentrate on cricket, same with Harshvardhan. This has given an opportunity to the Congress party, as Jairam Ramesh is talking about, that you may be saying that the BJP is poll ready, but look at the way it's going on. One person's name had to be withdrawn, others are resigning or retiring from politics, so they are clearly not battle ready. While from the point of view of voter, it may certainly seem that the BJP is much more engaged, BJP is much more tayyar, and the opposition parties, particularly the India front, is not so. It's also a building up of perceptions and narrative. Do you agree? Do you think that by now the Congress party should at least have given a clarity on what the top brass are doing? What about the Gandhi family? Because they also need time to prepare. Suppose for argument's sake, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is going to be contesting from Raebareli. When was the last time that she was there? Rahul Gandhi was there for a couple of hours. So that doesn't seem that you are very concerned. You know, Smriti Irani used to keep on going back to Amethi even after losing, and she was definitely giving out this perception that come what may, she's here to stay. Even if she loses, maybe she's going to come back. All of this works on the psychology of the voter, that we matter, this area matters. For example, again, another example of Sambit Patra. He may have lost from Puri last time round, but in the last 5 years, he's made it a point to be consistently there. Contests from there now, with Pinamagi Mishra out of the race, where BJP is trying to make a foothold in Orissa, at least the voters will realize that this is the person who keeps on coming. Before I go, another example I'll give you. I remember I was there in Amethi in the last Lok Sabha elections on polling day, and I happened to go to a dhaba near the airport where Rahul Gandhi was supposed to land on the polling day, but last minute he cancelled it. Now this worked in the last 3-4 hours of the polling, which is also a critical one after the lunch session. I remember this dhaba owner told me that while he may have voted for the Congress, everyone in his family voted for Smriti Irani, the women, because she used to keep on coming there. The fact that Rahul Gandhi cancelled his visit to Amethi post-lunch, just 3-4 hours with polling left to go, also played a very important role in those fence sitters and the last minute people to make up their mind, which is why it's always an advantage to announce the names early, so that the candidates can have that confidence, so that the candidate can now this message to the voters, look, we are ready, hum tayyar hai. Please give in your reactions on the social media timeline, and thank you so much for watching once again.